One of the most toxic and persistent heavy metals in the environment, mercury is bioaccumulative and biomagnifies up in the food chain. Because of its transboundary movement, mercury produced at one place causes harm at some other. It is for this reason that NGOs like Toxicity and governments around the globe are joining hands to stop the use of mercury. Since 2005, a coalition of NGOs like the Zero Mercury Working Group and Healthcare Without Harm have worked at various international forums to eradicate mercury usage. Since mercury is completely unregulated in India, a chemical market in Old Delhi will openly sell elemental mercury to any person wishing to buy it, irrespective of quantity or purpose.
Mercury is one of the most toxic heavy metals known to man, and surprisingly one of the most universal uses has been in the healthcare sector.
A little bit of mercury, 2 or 3 drops of mercury put in a water tank can mess up the entire society, water. Disposal of mercury is an issue. There is no comprehensive or a foolproof method yet developed whereby we can say mercury can be disposed of.
Unlike many Western countries, India has no clear-cut guidelines on the correct storage or disposal of mercury. In the past, broken and discarded mercury thermometers in hospitals were disposed of with regular municipal waste. Increased awareness of mercury toxicity has caused hospitals to grapple with issues of storage and disposal of expended mercury. The healers are now realizing that their oath goes beyond their medical practice and expects them to be environmentally proactive by not causing harm to the environment or society.
Ever since we were born, we have found mercury is being used in thermometer and in blood pressure equipments, and they are doing fairly well. So it has become an integral part of the society.
People have some bit of a block in their mind that they believe that the digital one may not be as accurate.
The problem of mercury in healthcare is that how do you shift it out, because the doctors and nurses are used to using mercury devices. Mercury is like the gold standard. In India, Toxicity has been taking the lead in this issue, working with other partners and hospitals to, on a voluntary level, take away mercury from the healthcare sector.
In June 2004, Toxicity published the first report on mercury usage in the healthcare sector in Delhi, which set in motion much of what has happened till date. According to it, an average-sized hospital with a dental wing could release around 3 kilograms mercury in the environment. In 2007, high mercury concentration much above the prescribed limits was detected in the indoor air of 2 hospitals in Delhi, thus putting both staff and patients at risk. Healthcare professionals and administrators were sensitized about the risks of working with mercury. Formal training was imparted in handling mercury spills and raising awareness for the phase-out of mercury apparatus. Deliberations with the Delhi government over a period of 3 years yielded in a slow but positive change.
In 2007, April, there was a meeting under the all stakeholders under Principal Secretary Health, and then there we have decided that we should do away with all instruments in our hospitals and dispensaries containing mercury.
In Delhi government, we have discussed this matter a lot, and we have decided that in all the government hospitals belonging to Delhi government, we are going to phase out the mercury. In most of the bigger Delhi government hospitals, they have already started replacing the mercury BP instrument as with a thermometer, and to the best of my knowledge, perhaps 70 to 80% work has been done.
Our clinicians who have been used to, believing that the mercury sphygmanometers are the best and are the gold standard, surprisingly they have accepted the non-mercury sphygmanometers and thermometers with great amount of comfort and ease.
Thermometers we have been able to phase out, and now we've got only digital thermometers. We don't have any mercury thermometers in the hospital. As a matter of fact, we have a plan that by September this year, we change over to digital BP apparatuses also. So we have phased out mercury. I think by the beginning of next year, we probably would not have any mercury here.
Even the dental sector is not lacking behind. There is a consensus among practitioners that mercury leaches out of the amalgam filling in the mouth to cause mercury poisoning in the individual. The environmental damage caused by the residual amalgam is also a big concern. Amalgams, which were considered indispensable, are now increasingly replaced by composites, which are types of synthetic resins used as restorative materials. They are increasingly gaining acceptance for aesthetic and functional reasons.
Dental amalgam traditionally has been made of mercury and silver alloys. When the alloy is being made, then there is waste of mercury which is thrown in the drain. It also has exposures to the assistants and the medical personnel who are trying to make the alloy.
It's much easier to do amalgam rather than composite. But composite involves more time. You need to do it in steps, whereas amalgams can be done in just one step. That is probably one reason that we are still sticking to amalgam. But we understand mercury and its polluting effect in the environment. I would love to go amalgam free, and we would love to use composites alone, and I wish that very soon our hospital should be mercury free.
The past decade has seen a lot of international actions on the removal of mercury in the healthcare sector. Sweden is completely mercury-free, and the European Union has banned mercury thermometers. In the USA, it is almost impossible to buy mercury-based instruments. Several developing countries like Argentina, Philippines, and now India are also all working towards becoming mercury-free.
It could be that in the next 10 years, we could get the world free of mercury measuring devices from the healthcare sector completely.
International coalitions like ZMWG and Healthcare Without Harm, in partnership with the WHO, are making efforts along with hospitals and health systems to have 70% of the world's hospitals mercury-free by 2017. In India, Toxicity helped raise this issue with the medical fraternity, which helped Delhi have the courage and conviction to go mercury-free. The environmental impacts and personal danger that mercury causes should be reason enough for the rest of the country to do so as well.
Our doctors have also joined into this, making our entire health system mercury-free. They're agreeing to take this up helps because they are able to communicate about this to patients and manage their expectations in a very good manner.
All my doctors, nurses, staff are much happier handling non-mercury apparatus or instruments.
So it is very important for us to create an awareness program so that each one of us should know that mercury is bad for the health.
The evidence is out there. It is quite clear this can be done, and there is no reason why India cannot follow suit by being proactive in being mercury-free from the healthcare sector, but also take the opportunity to be a major producer of non-mercury devices.
Let's join hands to make the world toxic-free.